Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this total body workout with a resistance band and a little bit more of an emphasis on the lower body today. So we're gonna hit the total body, but we're gonna focus a little bit extra on your lower body. So that means your inner and outer thighs, that means your glutes, your quads, your calves, etc. And we're gonna use a resistance band today if you want. If you don't have a resistance band, you can totally do this workout without. In fact, if you've never done this workout before, maybe you do it without to start and you build up to using a resistance band. I have a light to medium band. I definitely wouldn't go heavier than that. And then you can see over here that I also have some pillows. These are also completely optional. They're just gonna help facilitate one exercise that we'll get to a little bit later. So if you have a pillow, you might wanna go ahead and grab it. If not, you can see when we arrive to that exercise. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with the resistance band off to the side. And we're gonna come into a child's pose. So this is a special request video that I'm making for someone special, and this person requested a slow start, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find a child's pose, reach your heels back towards your sits bones, reach your sits bones back towards your heels, in fact, and lengthen the crown of the head towards your hands reaching away from you. And while we're in this child's pose, we're gonna use the compression in the front of our body to focus on breathing into the back of the rib cage here. Inhaling through your nose. See if you can send that breath to the back and sides of your rib cage as much as you can. And then exhale, drawing the abdominals away from the floor and feeling your rib cage come into the center. Inhale, expanding again into the sides and the back of the rib cage. Exhale, letting everything come back into the center. One more just like that, inhaling into the backs and sides of the ribs. Exhaling, come back into center here. And now we're gonna take our left arm and you're gonna thread it underneath your right arm and you're gonna rotate towards me. Holding here, see if you can send a little bit more breath into the right side of your rib cage, the one that's facing the ceiling, as we have a little bit more compression on that left side. Inhaling into the right side. And exhaling. One more, inhaling into the right side. Exhaling. Coming back to center. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. So right arm is gonna thread under, left arm is, or left rib cage rather, rotates up to the ceiling. And we're gonna try to send a little bit more breath into that left side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good, keep going just like that. And as you breathe, listen to the music picking up a little bit in tempo and see if that can inspire a little bit more energy from you as we continue into this workout. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, come back to center, and we're gonna come up onto those hands. Now, I want you to take a moment to round your back here as much as you can, curling your tailbone towards the backs of your thighs. And then we're gonna undulate forward. What does that mean? We're gonna roll like a wave out into a kneeling plank position. Bring your knees together here and untuck your toes. Shift your hips back. Find that child's pose position, now the thighs are together. And then undulate, rounding your spine. Move yourself like a wave, coming forward into that kneeling plank. Hold here. In your kneeling plank, I want you to find your body long and strong like an arrow. Soften your elbows slightly and rotate the pointy parts of your elbows back towards your thighs. Shift your hips back. Stretch, stretch, stretch those glutes, sits bones to heels. Undulate, roll like a wave. Perfect. We're not moving with the beat here. We're just going at our own rhythm. We're gonna go for one more just like this, and then we're gonna add on another exercise. Maybe you can predict what it will be based on the kneeling plank. Shift your hips back, inhale. All right, now exhale, roll forward, find your plank position. From this plank position, I want you to press your palms down into the ground, try to spread your shoulder blades apart a little bit more. We're gonna take it to a kneeling push-up. Soften your elbows, bend your elbows back on the low diagonal. Lowering your chest towards the floor, not all the way down. Only lowering as low as you can keep your shoulder blades still. Press into your palms, come back up into the kneeling plank, and then shift your hips back into your child's pose. We go like that. We come forward into the kneeling plank. We lower down into that push-up. We press up, And then we push the hips back. 2 counts, here we go. We go forward for 2 and down for 2. Good, up for 2 and back for 2. So just like that, we've started to work into more of that heat building. Slow to start, and we're just gonna keep warming up the body piece by piece. Building some heat in the upper body here. Forward and down. Good, up and back. Last one like this. Forward and down and up and back. Now come into that kneeling plank position, and we're gonna take it just to the push-ups. 2 counts down. Down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2. Now, if this kneeling plank position, you're not able to get very low, that's fine. However, if you want to work on the depth of your push-up, you can take your hands to the chair, to a couch, to a base of a staircase. The more your upper body is elevated, the lighter the load is going to feel. Last 8. Good. Last 6. Last 4. 3, 2. You can shift back this time, just sitting on your heels, and we're going to roll out the wrists because we're going to come back into a wrist loaded position. I want to give your wrist a little bit of a break. So circle one way, and now circle the other way. All right, and now we're going to grab that resistance band. You're going to place it around the lower part of your thighs, just above the knees. And then come forward into an all fours position. Your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. And in fact, before I get there, I want you to take the band and I want you to tuck it underneath your left knee so that the band is actually wedged between your knee and the floor. This is just going to help prevent it from sliding. So hands are underneath your shoulders. Spiral the pointy parts of your elbows back. Soften your elbows slightly. And now lengthen your right leg back. Point your right toes. Press into the right hand, lengthen your left arm forward. Find this long and strong position here. Inhale, grow a little bit longer. Exhale, you're gonna round your spine, pulling your knee towards your chest, pulling your elbow towards your knee. Good, hold here. You wanna round as much as you can. Think of the middle of your rib cage reaching up to the ceiling. And then inhale, we're gonna lengthen out in opposite directions. Let's take it to a 4 count in each direction. We go in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Keep wrapping the right hip towards the mat here as you open up. And that resistance band is just giving us a little bit more resistance, obviously. And if you've gotten started with the resistance band and you're realizing now that you don't really like it, hey, go ahead and take it off, meet me without it, and we'll keep moving together. Out. Press through the right palm a little bit more strongly. Is that even a word? Not sure. Whew. All right, we're getting towards the end of this exercise on this side. We're gonna hold the knee in towards the chest in that round back position. Elbow to thigh. In 8. In 6. Last 4. Last 3, 2. Go ahead and round your spine, pull your knee in towards your chest, pull your elbow towards your knee, and now give me little tiny pulses. As you pulse, I want you to think of a seatbelt tightening across your lower abdominals. 8. Good. 6. Last 4, 3, 2. Extend your right leg back out. Take your left hand towards the mat. Keep weight in both hands now. So the right arm gets a little bit of a break. Flex your right foot, and we're going to take it to a hamstring curl. Bend your knee, pull your heel to your butt cheek. Extend your leg, reach it away. In for 2, and out for 2. A little faster, good. In for 2, and out for 2. As you're going for this hamstring curl, I want you to try to keep your thigh in the same level, at the same level rather, throughout the entire exercise. So that means while I bend the knee, I don't lower the thigh, but rather I bend the knee and I keep the leg lifted. Put a little bit more weight into that right hand. Draw your front ribs towards your front hips to get a little bit more length in your lower back. We want stabilization from the abdominals here. Curl and lengthen. Good, keep going just like that. Lift the back of your head a little bit more towards the ceiling here. 8. Good, 7. In 6, we're gonna hold the right knee bent to 90 degrees, foot flexed. In 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, I want you to hold the right knee bent and now give me tiny pulses up to the ceiling. And every time I pulse to the ceiling, I think of squeezing my butt cheek. Maybe you can even see I actually get a little vibration with every press. That's how hard I'm squeezing. Last 8, we're gonna hold it up. 8, we hold it up. Last 6, we're not breaking yet. Last 4, 3, 2, hold your right leg up, extend the right leg long, point your toes this time. Come to your left elbow, and now open up. So the right hip is reaching towards the ceiling. My band is being stretched to its full capacity here. Again, you can take the band off. Excuse me. We're gonna pull the right knee in, lower the right knee down, lift the right leg up, and press it back behind us. In, and down, and up, and out. Let's take it a little faster. In, down, out, back. In, down, out, back. Nice. What I love about this exercise here is we're working the glutes, and we're working them, of course, to strengthen them, but we're also working a little bit on the mobility of that femur, the thigh bone, in the hip socket, which can get a little sticky. In. You're almost out of this already. We're not here for very long. Last 8, hallelujah. Last 6. Last 4. Oh, 3. Oh, 2. Hold the right leg back. Flex your right foot and give me tiny pulses. Up and up. You can take your right hand to your butt cheek. Make sure you're feeling some firmness there. Last 8. We take the band off. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right leg down. You can come down, and we will go ahead and take our resistance band off. And before we move on, let us take a quick sip of water. Exactly. Give yourself a moment. All right. So we are going to keep on focusing on that right hip. We're going to come down into a side lying position. So that means I'm going to go all the way down, making a little pillow for myself with my left arm. Slide your thighs slightly forward in space so that your body is making the shape of a banana. And I want you to draw your abdominals up and away from the ground and lengthen the right side of your pelvis towards the right heel so that your pelvis is stacked completely right side on top of left side. Take your right hand to the mat in front of you and now lift your right leg up. We're gonna go for a side lying side kick. So flex your foot. We sweep the leg forward only as far as you can keep your sits bones, bottom of the pelvis pointing down. Give me 2 tiny kicks and then sweep the leg back and give me 2 little presses back. So we go kick, kick, back, back, kick, kick, back, back. Perfect. And I'm not really moving with the beat here. I'm kind of going my own pace. You can do the same. You want to press your left foot into the mat here to give yourself a little bit more stability. And let's say it's not about how big you can move your right leg. It's really about the amount of control. What I'm looking for throughout the range of motion is that the inner thigh is facing downwards. The top of the foot is facing up to the ceiling. And that I'm able to keep my leg at hip height or maybe even a little bit higher. Forward. Good. Keep lengthening the right hip away from your right armpit, drawing your abdominals in. We're still just getting that hip nice and warm. We're oiling that hip joint. 8. 6. Oh, baby. Last 5. We're going to hold it back. In 4. Last 3, 2. Hold the leg. I said back, but I actually want it right in line with your hip here. Flex your foot. And now you're going to lift your leg a little bit higher. Without moving your pelvis, you're going to rotate your heel to the ceiling, your toes towards the floor. Internal rotation, wow. Inner thigh wraps towards the back. And then switch, inner thigh wraps forward, toes towards the ceiling. Good. Rotate and rotate. Rotate and rotate. There we go. Keep lengthening your right knee. We're just massaging that right hip a little bit here. 8, I'm sure it feels exactly like a massage. 6. Last 5. This is where we're gonna grab those pillows if we want them. We finish with a pulse. 3, 2, hold your heel up, your toes down. Give me tiny pulses, internal rotation. As you rotate internally at that hip, I don't want you to reach your right hip forward. Keep your right hip stacked on top of the left. 8, woo. Last 6, we're grabbing the pillows. 4, 3, 2, 1, release, grab your pillows. And now I'm gonna place my right thigh. I'm gonna come back to the same position. Place the right thigh on the pillows. What the pillows are doing is they're just gonna make it a little bit easier to keep my pelvis stacked, right? Right side on top of left side. Think of that right sits bone reaching to the left heel now. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift your left leg up. Flex your left foot, lengthen your left thigh as much as you can. We're gonna go for some inner thighs on this left side. We lower and lift. Down, up, down, up. Good. Now what I notice a lot in this exercise is we tend to take our leg forward. I actually want your heel directly underneath you. Maybe you can even think of sliding it back a little bit. And you wanna send your mental energy to that left inner thigh. Down, up, down, up. Good. Keep pulling your abdominals up and away from the floor, reaching the right sits bone towards the left heel. Down, up, down, down. Good. I'm inhaling to lower the leg and I'm exhaling to lift the leg. 8. 6, we're gonna hold the left leg up as high as you can. 4, get ready to hold it up. 3, 2, hold the left leg up as high as you can. Now we're gonna take it into a little U shape. So you're gonna go down, up and forward, down, up and back. U forward, U back, U forward. Oh, U back, wow. U forward, U back, U forward, U back. I was worried I wasn't gonna feel this enough. As if. Good, try to relax your head. It's like as I work my inner thigh, my head tries to get involved and I slowly float my head off the mat. No need. Just let that head relax. Oh gosh, last 8. 8, you've got one more change. Wow, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold it up and now give me tiny kick, tiny kick, tiny kick. This is brutal. Kick, tiny kick, tiny kick. You can make it. 8, 7, little higher. Last 6, grow tall through the spine. 5, try to relax your face. 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. Oh gosh, that was intense. All right, you can place the pillows off to the side for now. Grab your resistance band once again, and we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. Band is gonna go just above my knees here on either side. If you need water, go ahead and take it. All right, so make sure I have space behind me. We're gonna go for our bird dog, taking your band, and now you're gonna bring it underneath your right knee. Hands are gonna come underneath the shoulders for now. Knees are underneath your hips. Press the palms away from you. Soften your elbows slightly. Wrap the pointy parts of your elbows back. And now lengthen your left leg behind you. Point the toe. Lengthen your right arm forward, long and strong like an arrow. There we are. Inhale, prepare. On the exhale, you're gonna round your spine. You're gonna pull your knee towards your elbow. And then on the inhale, you're gonna lengthen your spine. You're gonna reach arm forward and you're gonna reach leg back. 4 counts. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. All right. So we're just gonna go for this exact same series on the opposite side. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to reach. Out. In. Keep pressing into the left hand. Try to slide the left shoulder blade away from your spine. In. Out. Good. Keep left and right hips pointing down. In. And out. We're gonna hold it in just a moment. Let's go 8, 6, we'll hold it in. 4, 3, 2, hold it in. And now you're gonna give me tiny pulses, elbow to knee, knee to elbow, rounding your spine, seatbelt tightening across your stomach. 8, last 6, oh gosh, last 4, 3, 2, take your right hand down. Woo. Now extend that left leg. Flex your foot. Make sure that front hip is still facing the mat. You're gonna curl your heel towards your glute and then lengthen nice and long, 2 counts. Curl and lengthen. Whew, whew, whew. All right. This is not easy. Slow to start, right? Slow burn at the beginning. We took our time to get into it, but we are in it now, no? Gosh, we are in the thick of it. Lift your left thigh a little bit higher here. Try to pull the front ribs towards your front hips to lengthen out your lower back. Good. If you're feeling your lower back and nothing else, maybe lower that left thigh a little bit more here so that you can get a bit more access to your glutes without your back trying to take over. If your back is trying to steal the work, we got to make an adjustment here. 8, we're going to hold the bend. 6, 4, 3, 2, hold the bend of that left knee. Really flex your foot super powerfully here, and you're going to give me tiny pulses up to the ceiling. Again, as I pulse, I'm thinking of squeezing my left butt cheek. I can tap my butt cheek to make sure that I'm actually feeling that squeeze, feeling that tone. 8, last 6. We hold in 4, 3, 2. I want you to stay lifted. You're gonna come down to your right elbow. Oh my gosh. And open up your left hip towards the ceiling. Regretting that resistance band now, let me tell you. All right, point those left toes. We have our 4-part combo. You're gonna bend your left knee, pull it in towards your left elbow. Lower the left knee down. Lift the left leg up and extend the left leg long. All right, we go in, down, out, and back, single count. In. I'm thinking now about, oh gosh, the person I made this workout for. And I know right now she's hating me. I know it. I can see her facial expression in my mind. I'm so sorry. I'm struggling too, okay? Ooh. Nothing like a butt workout, right? Gosh. My butt is gonna be totally toasted. Ugh. What I love about this move as well is we're not just working the butt, the strength, the mobility, etc., but we're also working your abdominals because you're moving your leg a lot and you're having to use your abdominals to keep your spine stable. Just squint, it's fine. We're gonna hold that left leg long, we'll pulse. In 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, hold the left leg long, try to open up your hips a little bit more, flex the foot, give me tiny pulses. All right, now the good news is we get to take off the band. In 8, last 6, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh, lower down, let us take off the band. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Happy to do it, Take it off, grab some water. All right, we're gonna take it into our sideline kicks, inner thigh work, and then you're done, right? We're in our final stretch here. Got my pillow nearby. Honestly, I could use it as a pillow right now if I wanted to, okay? Make yourself comfortable. Right arm is going underneath your right ear, unless you're using the pillows, and that's totally fine. Sweep your right foot forward slightly so that your body's in the shape of a banana. And I want you to lengthen your left hip, boop, away from your left armpit so that your pelvis is stacked one on top of the other. And then draw your abdominals in. Maybe you even get a little bit of space underneath your right side rib cage. Flex your left foot. We're gonna sweep the leg forward, double kick, 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 point the toes, sweep it back, kick, 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 kick. And this is where I'm not worrying about the tempo at all. I'm just kind of going with the rhythm of my body. Exhale forward, inhale back. Exhale forward, inhale back. And as best as I can, as I move this left leg, I'm trying to keep my pelvis stable. So that means when I bring my leg forward, I don't tuck my tailbone under. It means that as I bring my leg back, I don't arch my lower back. And then as best I can throughout the entire movement, I'm keeping my left hip, or left sits bone rather, the bone at the bottom of my pelvis, towards the floor, or towards the wall away from me. We got it, we got it. Relax your head. Let your head just hang heavy. Maybe grab that pillow. Honestly, if you're getting tension in your neck, that can be the thing that's gonna help it. It's gonna solve your problem. We're getting ready to hold the left leg underneath us, right in line with our hip, in fact. In 8. Last 6. Last 4. 3, 2. Go ahead and lower that, or bring that leg back is what I should say. Flex your foot, lift your leg a little bit higher than hip height if you can. And now imagine that your leg is like a little crank. We're gonna crank it down, heel up, toes down, and then crank it up, heel down, toes up. It's like a little spinning top here. We're spinning it out and we're spinning it in. And your arm is not needing to do this at all. I'm just showing you with my arm because maybe it's a little bit easier to see the motion that's happening at the lower leg, at the leg rather. Oh. We got pulses, and then we are done with this move. In 8, we're gonna hold the heel up, toes down. 6, we hold the heel up, toes down. 4, 3, 2, heel up, toes down, giving pulses for 8. Good, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, grab your pillows and bring it underneath your left thigh here. Lengthen that left sits bone towards your right heel, grow super tall through your spine, and now float your right leg off the mat. We're gonna go ahead and flex the foot here. We lower it down, we lift it up, single count. Down, up, up. We're getting there, right? We've got this. We've got our U's, we've got our pulses, and you're done. You're in your final, I'm gonna say last 3 minutes, if that. Down. Down, up. Still here, I have this tendency, maybe you do as well, to get your neck to try to help you. So I really want you to try to relax your head on the ground. You can even extend your right arm completely. Maybe that feels more comfortable for you. It actually does feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm gonna stay here. Make sure you're squeezing the right thigh as much as you can. Really heel underneath you. There we go. A little bit harder for me to get in touch with this right side inner thigh, but we're getting there. We're gonna hold it up. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, hold the right leg up. Now we go forward and up, down, back and up, down. Little U shape. Little U forward, little U back. U forward, U back. Whew. Oh yeah, this is where we got it. Oh yeah, this is where those inner thighs are really starting to shake. Try to straighten your leg as much as you can. Now I know I said pulses earlier. We don't finish with pulses, we finish with those little bend stretches. Don't worry. I remember. Forward up, back up. Forward up, back up. Oh gosh, all right. Last 8 like this. Last 8. Last 6. Oh gosh. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it center. Give me tiny kicks for just 8, little higher. For just 6, you are done. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, melt that leg down. Use your left arm to prop you back up. Let us stretch our hips ever so briefly here in this position and our inner thighs. We're gonna go for a straddle stretch. Open your legs nice and wide. Take your right arm down. Left arm goes up and over. Opening at the left side of your waist. Switching sides, take your left arm down, right arm up and over. Open up the right side of your waist. Come back to center, grow super tall here through your spine. And now we're just gonna crawl forward as much as you can. For me, it's barely anything. And I'm just opening up those inner thighs. Good, and then we'll do a little hip stretch. Turn to one side so you can see. Left foot over right knee. Press your torso towards your thighs and try to reach that left knee away from your left shoulder. How do we feel? Total body worked. We didn't even have to stand up. Amazing. Left foot down. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Right foot over left thigh. Ooh, flex that right foot. Press your right knee away from you. Just breathe some life into those hips. Breathe some space. Take one more inhale here, and then on the exhale, you can come back up to sit. Give yourself a huge round of applause. Thank you so much for joining me for this total body workout with a little extra emphasis on your butt. If you want to continue working with me, I'll go ahead and link you to some of my other workouts. I'm thinking some ab workouts so that we can get a little bit extra abdominals going in this little session that we have together. And if you are done for the day, then I just encourage you to relax. Maybe you take a couple of stretches later on. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you next time on the mat.